The John Murray Show on RTE Radio 1.
Good morning. Coming up today, we'll be looking at the musical phenomenon that is Eminem as Slane gears up for the Superstar this weekend, and the Offaly man who James Whitey Bulger tracked down to a Boston hotel before he went on the run. Also, just to say, we're taking the show out and about tomorrow as we head to the historic surroundings of the Guildhall in Derry to celebrate foot tapping to the fiddles and the flutes of the Fleadh. We'll be joined by award-winning singer Cara Dillon, Canadian fiddle player Troy McGillivray, and Phil Coulter will be taking me on a musical tour of the town he loved so well. I'm really looking forward to it, actually, because I've never been to Derry before. And if you are there, we'd love to see you. If you're making the trip to Derry for the Fleadh, or indeed you're maybe already there, text us, let us know what's going on, 51551, and give us your impressions of the city, or just come along tomorrow morning. We'll be there from 8:45 at the Guildhall, and you're more than welcome. There'll be great crack and loads of great music as well, so you're more than welcome to join us. Now, my next guest may be one of the youngest inspirational speakers in Ireland, if not the world. He's just published his own book, which is here in front of me, The 12 Elements of the Winner Matrix, and that comes with a board game as well. He calls himself the Game Changer, and he's 9 years of age. Eric Lassard, good morning to you, sir.
Oh, thank you. I'm very well, and I want to say a special thanks to John Murray, and also I want to say hello to all listeners.
Very good. Now tell me where you're from.
Originally Hungary, but now we live in Ireland, Wicklow.
Okay, and how long have you been here?
5 years.
Okay, do you like it?
Oh, I love it here. I love the weather, I love the people, and especially I love the country. And I love the weather. Now this week it was
Why do you love the weather?
Well, I like it because I think this is why I came here, because somebody has to love the rain.
Somebody has to love the rain is right. Now, when did you become interested in motivational speaking? You're 9 now.
Well, since I was around 2 years of age, my parents always brought me to inspirational workshops, and then I just got inspired to become a motivational speaker.
Okay, so this was down to your parents. Have you, who are your favourite motivational speakers, or who have you seen that's inspired you?
Bob Proctor, Sharon Lecter, and Eckhart Tolle, and also Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, no less. What's so cool about Donald Trump? About his deliveries?
Well, I think we share the same ideas.
They're big ideas.
Yeah.
So tell me about this book that's in front of me now. It's self-published.
Yes.
So what advice is in it for people like me?
Well, it's about 12 elements of the winner matrix. It's based on element number 1, you are a winner. And actually, we're all born winners. Because I believe that, all our life, people are competing that they want to be winners. Why should we compete? Because we are born winners. And after that, once you mastered element number 1, then you move on to element number 2. You are a champion. And then you live your life like a champion. But then you have to move on to element number 3, which stops most people from reaching their goal, which is called nobody can tell you that you're not good enough. OPO. You know what is OPO?
Haven't a clue.
Well, OPO is the deadliest poison. It kills all your dreams. OPO is other people's opinion.
Well, that is a message this morning for everybody. I love that. And tell me this, you are, I was looking at you on YouTube last night, and this is something that you clearly love doing. You love getting up talking. You love inspiring people. You've arrived in today and you're sitting in front of me. You are so sharply dressed in your suit, may I say.
Oh, thank you.
It's a gorgeous suit. Do you wear suits most of the time?
Yes, I do, because like Napoleon Hill says, rule number 1 to success is to dress for success.
Katie, your mom is sitting in studio with us very proudly, may I add. So you must be so proud of your son.
Yes, thank you so much. I'm very, very proud of him. Like, he's a real inspiration. Actually, he changed my life. And now that he starts to harvest the first results of his hard work, because it's really a hard and big amount of work behind this book and everything what Eric does. I'm very proud. Like, I'm every day in tears.
You said he changed your life. How did he change your life?
Well, since he was 3, he was keep telling us that life is a game and you have to make your rules and you have to play your game. And we were okay, Eric, but we're trying to protect him. We try to tell him, maybe you have to adjust your game to others. And he was just looking at us and saying, you have to understand the only way is to play your game. And
was this as a result because, as Eric said, you were bringing him to these motivational speakers. So you obviously had an interest in it yourself.
Yes, like self-development for me in the last 25 years, it's very important. I studied all over my life. I really like to study, and self-development is something which just opens you horizons, and I think that it should be taught in school, and everybody should, but everybody's doing kind of self-development. Like, it's necessary to build your body, it's necessary to build your mind. Mm-hmm. And when we brought Eric, we actually, I have to be honest, we did not have who to leave him with. So we were sneaking in to workshops with Eric, who was 3-4 years old, and people were looking at us. I'm sure that loads of people from Ireland who are going to workshop, they know Eric, because we got the look at the beginning that you're not serious about this, to bring a child here and it's 8-hour workshop. And after that, everybody came and said, actually, you were more interested in me. And, and then one evening, Eric said, I want to make a workshop. So we had to sit down with my husband, and Eric actually gave us a workshop, and we were like, oh my God, was not only there, but he actually understands what's happening, and
believes in
believes
that he's saying. Can I ask you about moving to Ireland? Why did you come here? Why did you and your husband?
The reason was Eric, because it's. No matter, Eric was a very sharp baby even, and he was a very sharp kid. And if you want the best for your children, you have to admit that English is the language in which you can communicate. Mm-hmm. Now, living in Hungary or any other Eastern country, you will, of course, be able to learn language courses and whatever. But I struggled all my life to learn a good English, and I realized that, you have to grow into that language. Mm-hmm. So when Eric was born, we took the decision that until he's reaching a certain age, we move and we give him this opportunity, which actually he made it in 3 months time. He was speaking so well that lots of people ask us, did you adopt him? Because he's Irish and you still have an accent.
And Eric, tell me, you say you love living here. Where do you go to school?
Well, I go to homeschool, which is and also I go to now unschooling.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about homeschooling. Katie, you homeschool him?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, in homeschool, you pretty much do the basics in school. And also one of the reasons why we stopped doing that is that we couldn't do it because that curriculum is based on you have to have a good few children. The usual education. So we went to unschooling, which is project-based learning, which is much more simpler.
Okay, so tell me, for example, what projects have you been doing this week?
Well, this week I have been studying the kangaroos. I study what's their benefits and how can we save them and why are they so fascinating.
Okay, and then were you doing a business project this week as well?
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Who else? Tell me, what do your friends, I mean, you've obviously got friends here, what do your friends think of what you do?
Well, pretty much they sometimes tell me I'm a little bit of a weirdo, but because we're friends, they're not going to tell me any more of that.
So do you try and motivate them?
Yes, I do, all the time.
And what do you think, now that you're here, are Irish people easy to motivate? Or do we need a bit of a push?
Well, now I think these days people need to push and then you need to motivate them.
Okay.
Push first.
The push first, yes. And the motivation comes next. I talked a little bit about your YouTube videos, which I was looking at last night. Who makes those videos and who puts them up? Do you do that yourself?
I do the editing and, the computer work, and she does the, filming. Because
I'm the cameraman. I'm mom cameraman, secretary, and whatever needs to be done.
Yeah. So, Katie, is Eric your boss?
Yes. He's a great boss.
Because you did set up a company.
Yes, and I am actually CEO and founder of the Winner Academy, but I'm actually just the founder of Eagle Games.
Okay, so explain that to me.
Well, the Winner Academy is now just a website.
Okay.
And I'm going to make Eagle Games like the best self-development company, because I believe that if it's so important for companies to sell gym tools and to make themselves body tools, then it should be so important to make all sorts of self-development and educational games and books for the world.
Well, could you give some tips to our listeners out there who might be feeling a bit demotivated? We're coming into the weekend. It's Friday tomorrow. If people are feeling a little tired after the week, what would you say to them?
Well, they should really just go into the 3 basic elements. Element number 1, we're all born winners, so stop competing and start living like a winner. Number 2, become a champion. No matter how bad things go out there, let your mind and your heart carry you.
Well, there you go. Now, is this what you want to do in life? Is this what you want to go on and develop as an adult, be a motivational speaker?
Yes, and
this might sound, I don't mean to sound glib, but they make a lot of money if you're good.
Yes, that's what I want to do.
That's the reason for motivation. But Katie, obviously this is a huge passion in his life and something that you've both created together and obviously want to grow.
Yes, it's an amazing adventure because, lots of people ask me, what is the future? Now, Eric has a very clear vision, as you see, that, want the best self-development company in the world, wants to make the books, he wants to inspire the people. And actually, he inspired me that he needs a backup. It was 3 years of time when he every day came and said, Katie, we keep doing this. And he was helping us in our business. He was our receptionist. We had the beauty business, and he was the receptionist. He was working with us every day. But then he said, I helped you. Now it's your time to back me up. And I think he teach me that, we have to trust our children. They're very bright. I think there are millions of children out there, and each of them is unique and bright. And what we need parents to do is to trust them and to support them. It's nothing else what we have to do.
Mm-hmm. You saw that there was a change in your mom. You thought, Eric, that there came a point in her life where things needed to change for her because she wasn't competing in her own game.
Yes, and then I saw if it worked for her, if it worked for my family, if it worked for me, then I should share this around the world.
Mm. Can I ask you, do you have any other interests? Do you like drama or football or TV?
Well, I like golf.
Very good.
And
what handicap do you play off?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because of his age, he's not
I thought
even
you were going
10.
to tell me you were a professional golfer as well. You will be.
Yes, I will.
So you love golf?
And the Lego.
Yeah, and then I play Lego and listen to Jim Rohn in the same time. But I'm not buying the sets and making the same thing. I already have the sets. All I have to do is pretty much use their tools to make something new.
Very good. All right, well, Eric Lassard, the book is called 12 Elements of the Winner Matrix. It is available in bookshops.
Yes, it is available in...
I know it was in Bray Bookshop because somebody went in looking for it because they'd seen a picture of you in the Bray People.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You didn't know you were in the newspaper.
No, we didn't.
Well, a couple of texts come in here.
Oh.
I so agree with Eric. He is so needed in this world. That's one text. And another text says, tell Eric that other people's opinions can sometimes equal good advice.
Yeah, that's what I'm not meaning like that. There's not only bad opinions in life. I had a good opinion in my life, and I'm getting very much more.
Good for you. Eric Lassard and Katie, thanks a million for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Podcast today's show at rte.ie/John Murray. The John Murray Show.